Hello students, how are you? It's good to see you back again. We are now in week 12, 3 more weeks before we have our long holiday. So I hope you are as excited as I am, because I think everybody's looking forward for the long holiday. Yeah. Okay, so for week 12, as you can see over here, the topic is about past, present and future gadgets. So still with me, Miss Mona Lisa Pasaribu. We're going to check the video in the next slide. Okay, so let's check the material for this week. So very quickly, we'll have the outline for the video. The first one is we are going to have a review for last week's material, and then we will talk about the topic for week 12, which is the evolvement of gadgets. And then we will talk about the grammar of past, present and future tense, and then we'll do some practice. Okay, so let's check the review question first. So as you can see over here in the review question, there is a question about prediction, okay, because our topic last week was about prediction using the models. So how would you predict the teaching and learning process in 20 and 21? How certain do you think you with your prediction? Use the expression learned from last week's material. Okay, so if you think that you're certain, then you say I'm certain, or it's possible, or you name it. Okay, we have learned about the materials from last week about expressions of prediction. Now for this one, for this review question, what I want you to do, I want you to post your answer in the e-course. So this is going to be the question for the discussion forum for week 12. Okay, so please post your answer in the e-course in week 12. Okay, now we will talk about the evolution of gadgets, or in my opening I said to you about development or evolvement of gadgets. Okay, so evolvement, evolution, development, I think those are similar words to explain the changes from the past to nowadays to the coming time. Okay, so that is synonymous. And this one here, I'm taking the example of mobile phone, because I think mobile phone nowadays is the most common gadgets that people are having. Okay, so at least in one house there is one mobile phone. Okay, so we're going to talk about the evolution, and as you can see over here, there is pictures. There are pictures of mobile phones from time to time. Okay, starting from bigger, and then it's getting smaller, and then it's actually getting bigger again. And as you can see the difference, there are keypads over there and one without keypads, and then now there's no more keypads. And I don't know, in the future we will never know what is going to happen in the future. Okay, maybe there will be keypads, or maybe you just talk and then the phone is going to translate it for you. We'll never know what will happen in the future evolution of mobile phone. Yeah, so why are we talking about this? It's because it's related to the tenses that we are going to learn for today. Now, before we discuss further about the tenses, I'm going to have a trivia question in the next slide. So let's check the next slide. So I have 4 questions over here. There are electronic device that is used for one-way communication via audio, and then electronic device that is used for sharing information visually, electronic device that is used for communicating 2 ways via audio, and then electronic device that is used to communicate 2 ways visually. So what I want you to do, I want you to answer this question in the YouTube comment and post your answer over there. Okay, so as soon as you finish watching this video, or maybe you want to pause this video first, and then post your answer in the YouTube comment, and then continue with this video watching again. It's up to you. Now we will go on to the topic of the development of gadgets, and here I'm actually taking a topic, gadget of activity tracker. And as you can see over here, the text is telling you about the past, the past development to the present, and then after that to the future later. Okay, and then what I want you to do, as usual for this reading, I want you to record the audio, and then check the words that you don't understand, consult with the dictionary, or look up in internet for the words that you don't understand. We're going to have a check later in the practicum session. And now, as you can see over here, this is actually the picture of the activity tracker, the pedometer, as stated in the text, from time to time. So this is from the previous one, and this one is from nowadays, I reckon. Yeah, so the first two picture was old-fashioned version of activity tracker, and now we have this one, and we'll never know what is going to happen in the future. In the evolvement of gadgets, when you're talking about the development or evolution of gadgets, there are some ways to express it by using past tense, present tense, and future tense. Okay, so obviously these tenses are very useful in expressing each stage of the development. So when you're talking about the past development, when it first initiated or first invented by the inventor, then you can use past tense. And then after that, what happens nowadays, you can actually use present tense. And then in the future tense, you can use, for the prediction, you can actually use future tense. Okay, so yeah, that's what we are going to see in the next slide. So I'm pretty sure that you are now a master in understanding the past tense, because I think 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago we were discussing about inventor and invention, and we were talking about the tenses of past tense. So have a look over here. I want you to give each example. Probably 1 or 2 examples will be alright. Maybe 2 examples. Please write it down in your notebook, and then we will later on check your answer. Okay? Same thing with the present tense. The function is to tell activities in the present. I think you are also a master in understanding the present tense. So I also want you to make 2 examples of present tense. And the same thing goes to the future tense. Okay, so the future tense functions to tell the activities in the future. Therefore, your job is to give the examples of the sentence that use future tense. I don't think it will be a problem to you, since we have just discussed about these tenses 2 weeks or a week ago. Okay, but again, if you have questions, you are most welcome to ask me in the through our WhatsApp group or personal line. Okay, now the fact that you have understood the form of past tense, present tense, and future tense, now we are going to have a warm-up exercise, I would say, based on the reading that we just had previously. Okay, so it's still about activity trackers, and what I want you to do is I want you to identify which one is the tense, the past tense, present tense, or future tense use based on this text. Okay, so what I want you to do, I want you to underline the tenses that are used in this text. Okay? And later on we're going to have a discussion about the use of these tenses in this text. So now we will come up to the practice 1. Okay, so what I want you to do for practice 1 over here, I provided you with a link of practice from past, present, and future. So what I want you to do, please do the exercise. If you have difficulties looking at the link in this video, what you can do, I actually have provided you with the slide in our campus information system, so please download it by yourself and then have a look at the link and open the link through the slides. It will be much easier for having to look at the link from the slide. So please do it by yourself. If you have questions from the practice that you have just did later on, that you have just done later on, please do ask me. Do not hesitate to ask me. Now for the second practice, what I want you to do is to fill out this text blanks. Okay, so I already actually give you the clue to the text. But what I want you to do, I want you to change it accordingly. So change these verbs according to the tenses required based on the context. Okay, so I didn't give you any clue to the, what do we call it, the tenses, but the context say to you so. So it's, I think the fact that you have learned about past tense, present tense, and future tense will actually help you to identify the context of the text. Okay, so have a look at this text, and then after that please answer it by yourself. Please do it also in the, what we call, in your notes, and then we will do share screen in our practicum session later on. Now, as our final practice, so final activity, we are going to have a discussion. I know that over the semester we didn't do much discussion because of the online mode. It's kind of difficult to lead discussions in like a big group. Although we also have this breakout room facility, I think I'm going to use it more often nowadays for this discussion. Okay, so before later on we will have the discussion in the practicum session. What I want you to do is to answer these questions by yourself first. So the first one is, what is your gadget? Why do you like it? Do you see any difference from your gadgets in the past and now? And how do you foresee the gadgets in the future? So of course, when you're talking about the difference from your gadget in the past and now, then you will actually express it with past tense and present tense. And then when you talk about foreseeing the gadget in the future, then you will use the future tense. So I really want you to see you execute the past tense, present tense, and future tense as later on you have the discussion with your friends. Okay, so that is for our final practice, and we will do it later in the practicum session. But what I want you to do now is to prepare yourself with the answer from this, based on these questions. Okay, now after you have watched the video for today, I'm pretty sure that you have progressed. Therefore, what I want you to do, I want you to assess your progress for this unit, for this video. If you think that you can comprehend some gadgets and their development, then I want you to give a checklist to your progress. And then if you think you can integrate the grammar of past tense, present tense, and future tense in the discussion, then please put the checklist over here. Okay, so that will be how you assess your progress, and I really hope that you are progressing in every week that you have with me. Now, before we end this video, I would like to give you a very brief information about our assignment, the second assignment. For our assignment, so what I want you to do, I will inform you about this assignment in the practicum session in a more detailed way, but For now, what I want to explain to you is your second assignment will be also about writing, and it's also related to the topic that we just discussed for today, which is about the gadgets. Okay, but the further information or detailed information about this assignment will be informed to you in our practicum session later on. And so for next week, we will discuss about esport. I know some of you are big fans of esport. If you are IT students, if you are computer technology students, I reckon you are some of you must be familiar with these games, okay, so and esport in general. Therefore, for next week we will discuss about esport, but again we are going to see it from the language perspective, because obviously I'm not the expert of esport. And finally, this is the source for this week's material. Thank you very much for watching this video, everyone, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in our practicum session. Okay, so goodbye everyone. Have a good day for you.